Hello everyone. I Sonam Sharma once again welcome you all on this maths online class. As you know that we have started coordinate geometry of grade 10th. So today we'll be discussing about a subtopic section formula. This section formula topic is given in NCERT exercise under 7.2 chapter number 7. So let us begin with the session. Section, as the name defines its meaning, section means portions or the part. So eventually a point divides a straight line into two parts, or even more than 2 points can divide a line into more than 2 parts. So how to find those points coordinates, that is abscissa and ordinate, how to find them? To answer this question today I am here will be using section formula. Let us see how. Suppose P be a point, that P is dividing a straight line into two halves. They may or may not be equal. To find the coordinate of P point, we will use section formula. To find abscissa of P, we will use m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 divided by m2 plus m1. And to find ordinate of the same point, we will use m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m2 plus m1. This is very simple topic, very easy topic, right, and very scoring in your exam. So let us begin with the NCERT numericals. Today we will be discussing numerical number 1, 2 and 3 in this session. Here we have numerical number 1. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio 2:3. So we know that firstly we assume our points. So let us say A be a point -1 and 7, where -1 is x1 and 7 is y1, and x2, y2, let this point be B. x2 is 4 and y2 is -3. Let that m1, m2 ratio be 2 and 3 respectively. In place of m1 and 2, you can write m or n or any other alphabet. Substituting these values in section formula, and after calculating them, I got x as 1 and y as 3. Now focus on the substitutions of the values. When you are calculating x, we will be substituting just x coordinates like m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1, and these are the points which we have assumed here above, right? And to calculate y ordinate, we will be using only y point, m1 into y2. You can see here we have substituted y2 and y1 correspondingly. So I got the point 1 and 3. Similar kind of numerical we have. Second, find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining points 4, -1 and -2, -3. Now, here this word trisection means to divide a line into 3 equal parts, right? So we'll be having minimum 2 points to divide a line into 3 different sections. So we will split our solution into 2 cases. In case 1, we will find the coordinate of P point, and in case 2, we will find the coordinate of Q point. So let us begin. As we know that AP is equal to PQ is equal to QB, because these points are trisecting the lines, right? So in case 1, let us calculate the point P. To calculate abscissa of point P, keep in mind we will take the ratio 1:2. Why? Very simple. See here. On the left hand side of the point P, how many parts are there? Just one. So we will take 1 as M. And how many parts or the sections are there on the right hand side of P? It is 2, PQ and QB. So the ratio we will consider here 1:2 when we will calculate P point, right? So here we got value of M1, M2 and we have coordinates of A and B. So substituting these values in section formula, I got abscissa of P point as 2 and ordinate of P point as -5/3. Now, case 2, when we will be calculating the point Q. Again, see, here is the Q point. How many sections are there on left hand side of Q? We have 2 sections. And how many sections are there on right hand side of Q? We have 1 section. So what will be the ratio you will be considering here? It is 2:1. Right? So value of M1 will be 2 and value of M2 will be 1. This is our case 2. Again, substituting these values in section formula, we got abscissa of Q point as 0 and ordinate of Q point as -7/3. It is very simple. Now, moving further, this is numerical number 3. It is very logical question and very interesting also. Let us see. To conduct sports day activities in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each other along AD. Niharika, she runs 1/4 the distance AD on the second line and posts a green flag. While Preet, she runs 1/5 the distance AD on the 8th line and posts a red flag. What is the distance between both flags? If Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining 2 flags, so where should she post her flag? It means we have to find distance between 2 flags and we have to find the coordinate of midpoint of that line joining those 2 flags. Here you can see this diagram, even it is given in NCERT book also along with question. So the basic trick is to calculate the coordinates, because coordinates are not mentioned here in the question but some hints are given. So let us interpret the information. See, y coordinate of green flag, it would be 1/4 of 100 meter. Why? Because in the question they have said that the girl, she moves along AD, right? And all the ports, we have 100 ports which are placed 1 meter apart from each other. So it means the total AD distance will be 100 meter, right? And that girl, she moves 1/4 of that AD. It means 1/4 of 100. So y ordinate will be 25 for first girl. And because she is moving in second track along x-axis, so of course the value of x will be 2. So I got this point's coordinate, this girl's coordinate as 2 and 25. Similarly, coming here, as this girl Preet, she is in 8th track, so abscissa will be 8 and she runs 1/5 distance of AD. It means 1/5 of 100 meter. So that is 20 meter. I got the coordinate of this point as 8 and 20. Now, because we have to find the distance between these 2 flags, so of course using distance formula, we have done it in our first exercise. Using distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole squares under root over whole root, I got PQ is equal to root over 61 meter. So this was our first part to calculate the distance between 2 flags. In second, we were asked to find the midpoint of that distance also. So we know that if a point divides a line into two equal halves, right? It means 50 this side, 50% this side. So what will be the ratio? 1:1. Keep in mind, whenever a point divides a straight line into two equal halves or it bisects the line, so always the ratio which we consider is 1:1. Sometimes this ratio is never given in your question, so we have to keep it in our mind. Therefore, the value of m1 and m2 will be 1 and 1. Now we have coordinates, we have ratio also. So using section formula, I got 5 and 22.5 as the coordinate of midpoint of this straight lines or a distance. Okay. Now, my dear students, think about these problems, these numericals, think about their practical applications and try these numericals yourself, right? My dear students, today we will learn one thing, this quote, I accept any challenge, right? So whenever next time you'll be facing any problem, any numerical will be there in front of you, just think about this line, I accept any challenge, accept that challenge and chase that challenge, and I'm sure victory will be yours, right? All the best. I hope this session will be helpful for you. If you have any query, raise your queries in comment box. If you liked the video, give thumbs up to the video, and if you feel like there is some lack in my video, so kindly mention that in the comment box also. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.